So today we're reviewing a game by TheWarlord. If you want me to review your game, just leave a link in the comments to a video and give me a reason as to why you want me to review it. For example, you don't know if your positioning was right, or you died and you can't rank up, or something. Give me something to play off and I'll watch your video on as a members video. And yeah, so let's jump into this one here. We've got Warlord going into their fight here. I believe they're just about to third party here. Okay. Okay, so first thing here, you did that really well, right? You escaped through the door, you closed the door behind you, and you kept running, and as you ran, somebody was on the roof, and they did a lot of damage to you, which kind of sucks. Unfortunately, that's just what happens. But I don't know what's going to happen next, but you go here to heal, outside. This spot may look like you're somewhere safe, but that player that was on the roof can very easily just look for you and find you down here. This isn't a good spot. What you should have done, so you're running here. You should have stayed right here. You should have closed this door and started to heal on this door. Because if someone pushes from this door here, it doesn't matter. You can just play around the door again. Doors are amazing in this game. So I'd say don't use your ult here. You're better to just heal at this door. It was a bit of a panic moment, I think, but I think, yeah, that's what I'd say. So obviously, you go to heal, you get the heal off, and see what happens next. So you go in to work on this fight with your teammate. Okay, so one more thing here. Your teammate's quite low already. So I would say, because you've still got a pretty decent amount of health, what I would do personally in this situation is I would back up my teammate until he's downed, right? He's still fighting for his life, so I'm going to try and put in some damage. This is still a lot of health to play with. So I'd say stay in the fight for now, and then if your Gibby gets down, then at that point you can consider trying to, move to a different building, heal up, or just try to escape the situation. So we don't know what happens here. Looks like Gibby manages to get out and heal too. So that's good. Okay, so I'm a little confused here what even happened with this Loba. So we've got to play this back, right? This fight happens. They deal damage on the Gibby. Gibby is here. And okay, he manages just to play around that door. So he just closes the door and heals. So that's pretty decent. But here, yeah, for example, you could have definitely peeked that player and done a bit of damage there. But you both managed to heal up. So at that point, let's see what happens here. You go in there, there's the Loba. Nice, you get the kill on the Loba. Okay, you got another squad there. Alright. So you are running here to heal. Okay. Once again, I'd say your buddy was there, or he's a random, but at the end of the day, you could have been there to help your teammate and deal damage with him. Let's see. The positioning here. You get up on the building. This is great. This is great, right? You are now together. You are now together as a unit. And if they push you, you've got the high ground, all right? If they try and climb up onto a roof, you actually have the advantage because they have to do that climbing animation. So if you sit on the roof out of line of sight of the ground, they have to climb up and you've got a great shot on them. So what I'd say here, you should have stayed around here with your friend. Maybe this spot here, just crouch and heal whilst your teammate is healing next to you. But as you run this way, they then climb on the roof. You've got your back to them, so you cannot really provide any help. And then, okay, Gibby goes down. So at this point, it's going to be a pretty tricky situation. So that's a lot of damage on the Mirage. Obviously, we don't know where the other players... Okay, so you got the Mirage down. Good job. Doing some damage with the L-Star. That's awesome. So you got the situation in the bag now. That was good. Nice one. So you managed to do that well. Like, I'd say your positioning could be improved there, but you managed to get them down with the L-Star. So that's pretty decent. I'd say that the L-Star there, you missed your shots. I would do the same thing, honestly. The L-Star is difficult to use. Like, you just can't see what's going on. So you get Gibby up. I assume you heal up. Bloodhound comes straight in. Okay, so we've got another squad on you. Let's see what happens here. Okay, you're in a bit of a tricky situation there. But you pushed up and you did a lot of damage. Like, you had that aggression. I would say that in that situation, because you got 4 health, like, you could have tried. Like, if you felt like it, instead of pushing to this spot, right, so you damage this player here. And then you kind of just sit here. The other player was already here, so it is a pretty dangerous position to push. But that player was really low, so if it was me, I play aggressive. I would have pushed that player to knock them, and then used the cover to get another angle on the second player. So you go up to back your teammate here. This is a good play. And they're just not in sight. Don't know where they went. You're probably looking for them too. Yeah, very strange. They just ran off, I guess. Okay, so what's really good about this player is they pushed out to try and damage you, but that Gibby had a really good angle, so they got knocked. So now you're healing up. There's 1 player left in this building. What you should be doing right now is pushing, right? Because it's a 2v1, as I would assume, maybe a 2v2. You need to get into that area and help your team. I mean, you have an angle on him here, but as soon as it goes past that door, it could be a 1v1 for him. Okay, yeah, you're going in there now. You're sticking with him. This is good positioning. Okay, so you hear another player coming around the back. Yeah, that's it. That's a good play. You got the door down. That's exactly what you need to do. So, at this moment, it's hard, but as soon as you realize that player was on the roof, you could go back inside and close the door on the other side again. So I'd say in this first fight, you got some good aim. You're taking the initiative on fights. You understand how to play around cover quite well, so that's really good. The only thing is, I'd say instead of running out of a situation, if your teammate is there, like, it didn't feel like you're really running out of a situation, but you, in a couple of instances, you created quite a lot of distance between you and your teammate when you didn't really need to. Now, there's no way of knowing whether this teammate's ever really going to have your back, but if you're sticking there next to your teammate, they can at least be that body shield for you or that bait so that you can get the kill whilst they're distracted with them. If you're out of that engagement, they could get knocked, and then you lose that advantage of having that extra player. Even if they're the worst player in the world, just having them next to you by your side can mean a lot. So I'd say this is obviously just one very small engagement, but I'd say if there's one thing to take away from this, next time you get into a game in ranked, try to stick closer to your teammates. And when you go to heal, try and heal closer to them. And another thing is, don't always heal. Like, if you take a bit of damage, you don't always necessarily have to heal, especially if your teammate's right in the middle of a fight. Your firepower is going to be more valuable than getting, say, an extra 50 HP back to your health. So yeah, 2 little quick tips there. It's just a small clip here, so I cannot really tell about how you play more than that. But like I say, you had some good aim, you had some general good positioning. Just make sure to try and keep closer to your teammates in the future. That player definitely was a bit out of it, so we cannot really say they were very decent. So you can't put all the blame on you, really. So, well, there isn't really any blame on you, but those are just 2 things that you can consider. And I think that one of the best things you can do as a player, especially when playing solo, is when you die, is find something to kind of blame on yourself. Not like saying you caused the end of the game, but there's definitely usually one little thing that you can improve on, and I try and do that myself too. So hopefully this video is useful. If anyone else wants to see me do this, then yeah, leave a video link in the comments. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.